there. Hey, everybody. Hey, Drama for Mama, come on in. Hey, we're going live very soon. Oh, we are live, but...
We are live.
Uh-huh.
How fun is this new space?
Oh, yes, that's what I was about to say. We moved. No, we didn't actually move, but...
No, we
moved the studio space.
Right.
If that makes any sense, guys.
We should.
I hope it does. It isn't that hard to comprehend.
Not hard to comprehend.
Not hard at all, guys. Come on. If you can't comprehend that, I don't know. I don't think you can comprehend anything. Anything at all. Uh-oh. I'm insulting.
Sorry I kept you waiting.
Okay, test.
Forever and a day. So now we're out here together.
Test.
With nothing standing
I am
in
not
our
loud enough.
way.
Hopefully this is even better. There you go. That's pretty loud. Hey, you look good enough. Oh, you're already in the video. That's why.
This energy's inside us like electricity. Feel the love running through like electricity.
I don't know. There's weird things.
Feel the love running through like electricity. Like electricity.
Fine. That's not what I... Oh, there I am. There's my... Oh, there's my picture online. There's someone that's certainly not. As you can tell, that's not me. Follow me, awesome. Guys, really, let's one. Hey, YouTube.
There you are.
Why do I always say YouTube? I need to stop saying YouTube when I start a Twitch stream.
Yes, this isn't YouTube. This is Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Does this look crooked at all? I think it might be crooked. I don't know.
Does it feel crooked to you?
It feels good because you can see. Ooh, that was a close one. Did you see that, guys? I was about this close to spilling my coffee. That's not good. I've been chugging some of this coffee, so I have all the energy in the world. You know.
You have a lot of energy.
Too
Sound
much
like
energy. Look at my shirt. My shirt says, "I got your back."
Ooh, ouch.
Literally, I have your back.
Jeez
She
Louise.
spilled her coffee
I
all
did
over my
too.
table.
I
That's a
did.
disgrace, Drama from on. That's an absolute
It's a good thing I had the corner of this napkin.
of this pizza that I didn't eat
You
because
didn't
I
eat it.
had
Why?
I had tacos instead of pizza. My
Oh.
dad made pizza, and I was like, "Well, those tacos were really good." We had pulled pork tacos that were just absolutely fantastic. They were the best tacos I've had in my life. They were so
they?
good. Yes,
Wow,
they
in
were.
your life?
In my life, I'd go as far as to say
based-
that.
Based on where you live, that's a bold statement.
I don't eat tacos from where I live. We
Oh.
we don't go out to Mexican restaurants or stuff like that. We just eat what we make, and that's pretty great because we know exactly where it comes from. We don't know if they're putting other random things in there. I'm trying to not say putting. I'm trying to say putting.
Yes, and I'm glad you are, because that is a habit of yours, isn't it?
Putting. I need to put it up there and put it down there and put. Putt's world. So guys, topics for today. If you look down here, it says decorating and getting mad, because that's what I did yesterday. Usually randTECH is a composition of today or yesterday or something, because I don't have long-term memory, so I can't remember what I did on Monday or Sunday or whatever, but this has actually been the first week that I'm off for summer, and well, the big thing that I did, I think it was
NSA.
Tuesday. I think on Tuesday I decided that's when I moved everything around. This is a much neater background because before I had a shelf with all those papers and all those different things that was just really ugly. It was absolutely horrifically ugly. You know that
But-
shelf?
Yes, I know the white shelf that you're talking about.
But now I just have a filing cabinet with a lot of pencils. I have more pencils than I can deal with here. Here are all my colors. I've always been looking for colors for a Spanish class because my Espanol maestra always wants me to color with negro y rojo. No, this is naranja y rosa. Right there. She always wants me to do that. But she doesn't care about, like, saying the colors in Spanish. She just wants us to color, which I think is a bit weird.
But you learned
But-
those colors.
Yes, I did, and I learned them before I was in Spanish class. I learned them when I was a wee little lad.
You
Wee
did.
little lad.
You did. Not from Dora.
Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer. You didn't learn them from Dora. You learned them from some of Mama's students.
Yes, you had students that came to this house, which is an amazing thing. I can't believe they actually came. But they came to this house, and they tutored me on the Espanol, and it was pretty great. I'm trying to get my second monitor to work, guys. Hold on, why don't you captivate their attention for a second?
Captivate.
They're
Well,
so
let me
captivated.
see. So why is it that your room is so very different? Because, I mean, you didn't move the shelf and then suddenly there's a window there, right?
Oh no, I said we did move rooms
Okay. you told
because
them you
it was
moved
just
rooms.
too small.
You didn't just move the room around.
Oh no, we
You
moved the room.
from one room in the house to another room.
Yes,
in the house.
and it's literally my other room is literally right in front of this. I'm trying to. It just feels kind of crooked. I don't know why.
It's not crooked.
It isn't. Well, it's. I'm
maybe
not
it
crooked.
is.
I know that, but look at the shelf
Maybe
behind
the
me.
monitor.
It's- I don't know. It's weird. It's a really weird thing.
I don't think it's crooked. You look like you've got cone head though because of
Conehead.
Yeah, because of the ship now.
The ship
Ship.
now.
The ship.
Oh, I got a
Don't you
cone
look
head.
like you got a cone.
I
on
got a
your
cone
head?
head.
Yeah.
But what I do want to mention is this was not in my other room. You've seen all 4 walls of that place. This is new. It's the only window in the room, which is kind of sad. And it is right where I need to record, and that's another kind of scary thing because sometimes that can get ugly. But other than that, just a lot less clutter. It's a lot bigger. This is actually a brand new table, and it is so big. It's just crazy. It's just such a nice, huge table. I'm not worried about this monitor or anything. We're not having things fall off. Because the other table also is very unstable. But this thing right here, we literally drilled the mic arm, and this gets into another topic. We literally drilled this into the desk. And the desk did not take any harm because it's just so thick and so great. But also another thing that I like is the color. Because in the other room there was only kind of like this bright, kind of a light blue, but that was where my desk was, that's where my computer was, so I didn't do any recording
it was a
there.
beautiful blue, but
It was.
very nautical. But then the other wall was stark white, and that's what the view that we got.
And the problem with that also is we had things taped to the wall and nailed to it, and there were a lot of holes and place where we spackled it up, and it was not a pretty wall to look at. But this one right here, we painted this about 5 years ago, 6.
When did you make your bed?
Probably 2013, 2014.
Okay, so now it's 20.
It seems
so
like
a long time
I
ago.
remember
Well,
I
wait.
remember painting all these things brown. You can't really see it, but we painted all these accents brown, and we kind of made this my bedroom. But that was when I was playing Minecraft on the computer, I remember. So it's like
Right.
2014.
And you completely and very quickly outgrew the.
It was
pretty elevated bed.
Yes, we did.
Loft.
Right where that light is, right there.
A
That's where we
loft,
had the
yeah,
bed.
You had a loft bed, and
Mhm.
it was nice because you had a
nice
desk
view of the
underneath
entire
it,
thing.
and
It
your
was-
laptop fit on it very nicely, but you quickly outgrew your laptop, and then you wanted a desktop.
Yeah,
and
the
desk
desktop.
wasn't big enough,
Uh-huh.
and then you outgrew the height of the bed, and then it was uncomfortable for you to stand under it, and yeah, so it was probably a good 5 years ago that we painted this.
Mhm.
Because we painted it all out so that you might like it better in here. It was forest green. It was Dad's office, and it was forest green,
I remember.
and
Forest
we
green.
picked out these beautiful colors.
Yep.
Probably when we painted our downstairs. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's been a while. I don't know. It's very. I think it's still very beautiful.
But yes, now I have that beautiful blue back there. It's a nice fresh coat of paint, and it is just outstanding. Phenomenal. I can't say that word. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
There you go.
Phenomenal. There you go.
No,
Phenom.
phenom.
It's Phenom back there. It's an AMD Phenom dual core running at 2.3 gigahertz back.
So tell me, how was your first week of summer? Has it been like boredom setting in already, or?
Not necessarily.
No.
I've been able to edit videos. That's the thing that I said right in the title of this stream, which I called "Working on Videos, New Grill, NSA, Freelance, and More." Come join and chat.
New grill. Oh, new grill.
Well-
I thought you were talking grill like the stuff that people put in their mouth. I was like, you got a what?
Grill.
You're into what? I don't think that's you.
I've never
Grill.
heard of a grill before.
A grill is the stuff that's hardware that they put on their teeth that makes it look like, I don't know, it's not braces, but it looks kind of like
crazy.
metal in their mouth. Well, it's called a grill. You're all up in my grill.
Y'all the my grill, everybody! I thought that grill was like the thing that you put inside the grill, like the thing
are
where you
grids.
cook the food, the grids. But I thought that was the grill that they were talking about, or like a grill on the
You're all
car.
up in my grill. Well, yeah, maybe the grill on the car, but
Mm-hmm.
I thought that maybe I'm wrong. I'm not hip, you know. I'm not real hip to the ways.
If you're
of
not
the,
hip, then I'm just horribly and sadly unhip.
I'm not hip to the ways of the
Ways of the law.
echelon. But anyway, so
I guess just working on videos. I got a 10-minute and 42-second long video edited. It was
Wow.
over Freelance. So Freelance is basically the software that allows you to create a VPN, add in plugins like a Plex Media Server. It's some pretty nice software. It runs on Linux, and that's the problem that I'm having, because I don't know anything about Linux. And if you were watching my working stream back then, which I am doing, I'm trying to do, whenever I feel like it, I do a working stream around 10 p.m., and that's just when I edit videos and do other random stuff like that. But on that working stream, I had this error where it was like, you need to do this command line interface, and I don't know about that, but basically, I recorded a super long video about that, and if I did not push myself to start editing it before I was done shooting the video, it would not have gotten done. I'm 100% sure, and if I did not stream me editing it, I'm also pretty sure it would not have gotten done, because it was just a super long project. But I have the time now this summer to do that, which is awesome. And also other things I finished a video about my retro headphones right here. Ugh! My Realistic Nova 40 headphones, which I'm actually using as a set piece now. I finished the video on that and got that dropped, and I also dropped a video about tea, which
tea.
I had that in review for a super long time, not like review with YouTube, but like
Oh,
personal
because
review.
you made tea. I remember.
And you didn't like the backdrop, and I knew that you wouldn't like it,
No,
but
I
then I
hated
was
it.
like, you know, no one's gonna watch it, you know. That was my,
Oh,
you know,
now
kind of
everybody's
thinking.
gonna go to it. Thanks.
Now everybody and their mother's gonna go to it.
And everybody's gonna see my. I need to go videotape right now because now it's all sparkly new and clean.
Uh-huh.
Go
Go to it.
and everybody's gonna see my. I need to go.
Okay, I was just making sure the sound sounded good. The sound sounded sound. That's what I wanted to make sure. But no, what was I gonna bring up?
Sound.
There we go.
I
Let's see,
wish
who is
Fiverr
in
would
chat?
hire me.
We have the two bots, and they're actually not bots. They're actual users, but they just kind of lurk in chat and not do anything at all. We have those two
They're
people.
Herky
in-
and they're jerky. They're really kind of quirky. Our lurky Autobots. Da 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 da.
Bum bum
Da 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 da.
bum bum
Da 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 da.
da 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 da. Okay, we need to stop this. We're
We
driving away
do.
all the viewers that we only have.
We probably. Oh, are they? Are they skedaddling now?
They're like,
hey, no,
I-
we don't think that you're lurky, jerky, or quirky.
They're like, we'd sit in your chat if you wouldn't sing like that. But now that you're singing, it's just so
Oh,
annoying.
we gotta go. We gotta
Yeah,
go
we
now.
just.
Okay,
because-
sorry.
You gotta go because Google Chrome used to have this feature where you could mute just the individual tab itself. So if you had something loud playing and you're like, I didn't want that, you could just mute that. And us Twitchers used to use that a lot, I bet, to get bits. You know, if you're watching a stream on one tab and getting bits on another tab, you know, those ad bits. Which if I was a partner, I'd ask people to donate bits to me. But I'm not a partner, so I can't get any money. Pretty sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
It's really sad, especially
Please
when
make me
you
a
got
partner,
two
Twitch.
bots sitting right there,
Look,
almost
Twitch, we have
watching
2
you.
viewers.
Almost
Two.
watching you. So you guys, is there anything that you want him to explain to you about his videos?
They're not
Let's
gonna.
see if
They
you're
don't
gonna
chat.
comment.
Drama for Mama. They don't chat. They don't comment.
Cue the crickets.
I don't have that sound on.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun though, wouldn't it? If I asked them to
Cricket.
respond to something and I said, "That's a frog, not a cricket."
I'm saying cricket.
Chirp, 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 chirp. That's a chicken. Okay, good lord.
Did you see that act on America's Got Talent? That little girl that did all the farm animal sounds?
She was cute.
That was cute.
And then she cried.
And
And she cried because everybody applauded for her. She cried because she was happy.
She was probably a bit scared also, let's be honest.
Well,
She went in front of all of
11
America
11
and
years old.
for frankly all the world. That's the thing about America's Got Talent. You have all these people from Pakistan and
We shouldn't call
places
it
like
America.
that. It's just
Shouldn't
it
call
should
it
be
America.
it should be like the world's got
The
talent.
world brings its talent to an American stage.
A film crew in America recorded America's Got Talent.
Yeah, there we go.
Producers
Film
in America made
America
America's Got
made
Talent.
The world has talent.
Mhm.
Look at the world's talent. Hey, look at the world's talent. I guess it just doesn't roll off the tongue like the way that Simon had it.
But it's still a pretty cool show though.
I like
there
it.
are some very talented acts, but I
It's-
think
it's a great summer show, isn't it?
But I think season 12 had better acts than season 13.
Well, we've only seen one
We've
show.
only seen two.
shows.
How many audition shows do they have? Like first round.
Don't they have like 5?
If
4?
they have 5 or 4,
don't
that's a bit
know.
better. But I know the
That's
first two
a
just
good question.
they haven't been too impressive compared to the other ones because I was just remembering these super little girls that sang like Disney princesses and all this different, all these
wow.
amazing acts.
Yep, and the
But I
ventriloquist
just-
who could also sing like a Disney princess.
Mm-hmm. And like these last two, although the Golden Buzzers have been pretty amazing, they just haven't been amazing like the ones before.
Yeah, like the very first Golden Buzzer that
In season
you
12?
saw when, as a grown, as a teenager or pre-teenager, which was great.
I've only watched season 11. I watched spidgets of season 11, all of season 12, and I'm gonna
people.
watch all of season 13.
Yes,
then
we are.
I'm hooked on that show. I don't know why, but I just love that show. I love Simon, and we always make fun of Mel B, and well, we don't.
do.
And
we
Tara
love,
Banks.
We love Mel B.
We really miss, what was his name?
Awesome, awesome, awesome!
No, the other guy. What was his name before Tyra took his position? It was like a film company, I remember, but I really miss that guy.
Didn't he have an illness? Nick
B?
Nick something. I don't know. I really liked him.
Yeah, I
But
really
didn't he have
did
an
also.
illness? He left for some reason, didn't he? Like he didn't
Something.
just leave because he said,
Mhm.
"I gotta get out of here."
Or
He
because,
left for a reason.
because maybe Tyra, went in and
Come on, give me a job.
That's-
Give me a job, Nick.
that's what we
Nick?
always.
Was
That's
that
how we
his
talk
name?
about
Nick?
Tyra.
Was that his
It was his name, Nick something.
Who was the
I'm
previous
looking it up.
host of? Who was
Nick
the
Cannon. Nick
Cannon?
Cannon, I remember that. There you go.
Nick
He's an American rapper
Cannon.
and America's Got Talent since 2006. He was on that show since 06.
That made him, not his rap career.
Maybe it was. Maybe he had a 10-year contract because I think it might have been.
Is he?
Yeah, but I think she left in. Maybe it was a 10-year
Oh,
contract.
jeez Louise, it says that he's everything. It says he's a rapper, an actor, a comedian, a director, a screenwriter, a film producer, an entrepreneur, a record producer, a radio and television personality.
Hold on one
Good
second.
Lord, I'd love to see his.
I
life.
Justine on YouTube. I Justine, that girl that does cooking.
Yes, I know. She does
Let's look her up.
cooking. Okay. I Justine does cooking.
Justine, let's see how they describe her.
An American.
She's a YouTube personality, host, actress, and model.
She's a model. She's best known as Justine with over 955 million.
Oh, just I gotta move this speaker.
Across her YouTube channel.
Hold on, let me go to desktop here. Oh, shoot. Oh, there you go. There's Justine. Look at that. But
well, she's
a model,
clearly. She's a model. Oh, it has, yeah.
Look at that.
There you go. She's
a model.
Yep.
No one knows her as a model. Let me just go out and say that she is best known as this girl who took her senior picture with a Mac. Seriously, she did.
Did she really?
Honestly. And it's on the internet.
Well, wait a second.
Let me look
that is one old Mac. Is it like is that Mac brand new?
No, that was probably something that she took. That was probably something that she bought on eBay or something and then took that picture
her?
later. Yes, that is her. That's her senior picture. Uh-huh.
Oh my word.
And that's an iMac, it's a Power Mac G3, I think. So it was probably around 2000 when she graduated.
Huh.
That is isn't that fascinating? That's
fascinating.
That's seriously her picture.
She's so in love with Microsoft She's so in love with Apple products that she would take her
senior picture with that. That is that's pretty cool, guys, isn't it?
iPhone.
And then this is a picture that she took a long time later with her iMac Pro.
Well, there you go.
So that's her new computer, and that's her new self, and that's pretty cool.
And it's almost identical to her old pose.
And she also has her Apple Watch with her white band. She's obsessed with Apple Watch bands.
She is obsessed with Apple Watch.
Apple Watch bands, Apple TV, Apple this, Apple that, Apple.
iPhone this, iPhone that.
HomePod.
Yes, she is. Anyway. And her HomePod. Yeah, she had a
HomePod
challenge
her HomePod.
to see if they could
do stuff with it.
Yeah, music or something. Anyway.
But going into our topics for this show.
So what are they?
Like I said yesterday, yesterday I went and decorated for NSA. It's the New Scholar Academy. It's my summer job in air quotes because it isn't necessarily a job because it's with the school, but I do get paid for it, and it's kind of convoluted, but it is a summer job.
You work.
I do work.
You do work.
I work, I tell you. Ooh, I work.
It's not like it's not. I mean, the teachers are the ones that are getting paid an exorbitant amount of money for
But I
practically
still
nothing.
work. It is a summer job. So that is my summer job.
Teachers.
And I walk.
I want that gig.
You need to tell the teacher that does it that she should not do it anymore, and you should do it. Just go up to her and be like, "You shouldn't do it anymore."
Because I'd be a better person for the job.
That teacher would be so mad.
We'd have 4 times the number of people coming to our school because they'd all say that NSA teacher is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
She's lit. Go there. Go to that school.
So, but anyways, I went there and I decorated for them. So I basically... what I did was, everyone else, they gave us like a bunch of markers and butcher paper and different colors, and it was pretty pathetic what they gave us. So what I did was, I was like, well, what am I supposed to creatively do with this? Because I'm not a creative person. I was trying to combine two words together. I'm not a creative person with pen and paper. I cannot draw, I cannot do anything, and I'd mess up, and it would just be so sad. I could not do that. So what I decided to do is I got on the teacher's computer, which might be against the rules, I don't know. No one else knows how to do this. But I actually, if you've ever logged into a computer that's part of a domain, there's a little button on Windows that says, how can I join another domain? I bet no one else read that, but I was bored. I'm usually bored in tech classes. So I decided to read that, and basically what you have to do is type in the domain you want. So if you wanted to join Hydro Happy, you just type in Hydro Happy, and then a slash like this, or no, like this
right
for
slash,
you.
Left slash,
a forward slash or something
forward
like
slash.
that. Type in a slash, and then you type in your username and your password. All the kids think that they're joining the my blah 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 domain, but they're supposed to be joining the blah blah blah, not with the my. But I know how to do that, so I locked myself, well, I didn't lock myself in, I locked another kid in who really wanted to listen to music with this teacher's computer, which, okay then. But I got myself in, and what I did was, I found pictures, and I did this little text thing that said, "Welcome to the technology track at NSA," and it was pretty cool. I actually did this HTML type thing, and it probably would run. I did the tag for beta 19 end tag, and then I did P/P, and then I said, "Welcome to the tech track," and I thought that was pretty cool.
Very cool.
And I also just found different pictures of technology things. I had a motherboard, a CPU, some RAM, a video card, and a hard drive. Those are the 5 components that I decided to find. And I put them on the window for when you enter. You know, I have a door and then you have windows. That's how our school is arranged. I put all those on the window. And then what I did was I designed little posters, because the first thing that we did was organize the desks. And we had them in 5 groups. So I decided to name each group a component of the computer. So I had the CPUs, the RAMs, the... That's my little idea.
Cool.
Because we're at the tech track, so that's how we're going to really do the competition. And I wanted to hang them up, but I was planning to stay until 12. They said we're staying until 12,
Yeah.
guys.
Right.
But at 11:30, everyone was like, "I'm leaving." So it was like, okay then. I thought we were staying until 12, but I wanted to hang them up on the wall, but we just decided to tape them to the door, and then we're going to hand them to the
So when
kids
is
or
your
something.
first day?
Our first day is next Monday, which I thought it was a lot later. I thought it would at least be on the 12th, but I guess this is the 8th, so 9, 10, that's Saturday, Sunday, 11 is Monday, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, I don't
And then
know.
it's Father's Day!
Uh-huh.
Woohoo!
But I get paid like over $200 for this. $250. I get paid $250 for going
Per
Monday, Tuesday, and
Session,
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good deal. And although I don't...
$250 for 3 days worth of work for a 14-year-old kid living in America today?
America!
Yes.
And although I'd rather not go, I guess it's a pretty good deal, so I'm gonna do it.
You'd rather not go?
Well, I do want to go, but...
Well,
okay,
it's
no.
not all day, is it? It's
No,
only
no,
until
no.
3, isn't it?
Well, for me, it's 8 until 3, I think, and for the kids, it's 8. I think that I'm going to have a lot more fun as a person that actually does it.
Yeah.
Versus being a kid that does it
Right.
inside, because
Yeah,
I did not enjoy my NSA stay.
Well,
Because it was
let's
too
hope
much
that
like a
this
class.
Is
and-
different because
Oh no, it's going to be very only mean for the kids though, right?
Well, I hope it's going to be different for than it was last year.
I'm
for
gonna
you.
enjoy myself. I know that.
Good.
I'm excited.
And the tech teacher is that Miss Tide again, or is that somebody else?
It's Miss Sarabia,
Okay, it's Miss.
and
Sarabia.
she is a business teacher, not a tech
And
teacher.
she's doing technology.
Huh.
Huh.
So I asked
Well,
the,
I
I
think
asked the
she'd be
kid.
better than the one that you had last year, because the one that you had last year, even though she does teach a tech class,
She's not good at it.
she
She calls the computer tower, the desktop itself. She calls that the CPU.
yeah.
The CPU is a little chip on the little big chip that
That's on the
processes
board
everything.
that's inside the on a
If
rack
you-
inside
if you call-
the big tower.
If you call
That's it.
all 4 of my monitors, plus the keyboard and mouse, plus the microphone and the mixer board and everything else, if you call that, plus the desktop tower itself, if you call that the computer, please go home and please don't watch this stream.
Yes,
Because
that's
that
not.
is not the computer. The computer is the tower itself. If you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, if you have 6 sides to a rectangular box, and it has components inside, that's the computer.
That's the computer. Everything else is a peripheral.
Unless you have an all-in-one computer or a laptop, then it changes. If you have just a monitor with it that's kind of thick and it has different spitting things in it, then that might be considered a computer also.
That's why you can take a television.
And really, this iPad right here, although it does not show any characteristics of a desktop tower computer, it is still a computer because it computes stuff. Like, everything Apple Pro and stuff like that. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. It looks like Drama for Mama is out, so now we can have some fun. I'm just kidding. But everything Apple Pro kind of got me into the topic of iOS 12 and WWDC. Now, I was going to watch the WWDC, the Worldwide Developer Conference from Apple, but Barnacules was streaming Morning Coffee, and I was like, well, maybe we could, watch it on Morning Coffee, and he was like, Apple can go suck my... That's literally what he said. He does not like Apple. Neither do I. I do not like Apple. I do not like Microsoft. I think the coolest company out of the three main companies is Google, but still, I don't know about them. But I was planning to watch it. I kind of did, but I just read up like the news headlines and stuff like that. And iOS 12, we did not think it was going to be an eventful update. Us people that are in the leak, loop and stuff like that. And it was not that much of an eventful update. It is getting a speed boost because apparently they have like you're going at a certain speed and then it ramps up the CPU so it does more processing, and then it did a curve like that. But now they ramp up the CPU once you start the app, and then it kind of throttles down a bit. Which I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place. Maybe to save battery. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I had some sort of feedback. I'm sorry about that, guys. I had some sort of nasty feedback. I think I turned that off now. But now they changed that curve, so iOS 12 should be a bit faster. Also, if they just, have fewer bugs in it and stuff like that, it should be a pretty solid thing. Of course, though, the developer preview that they have out right now, the beta version of iOS 12, of course that's going to have bugs upon bugs upon bugs, because it is not finalized software. I don't get how you can have a fully stable build of iOS, and then once you go and add a few features, it gets super buggy. And I know you're changing different things inside the code and adding a whole bunch of different stuff, and it does, I'm gonna sing the song. 99 little bugs in the code, 99 little bugs, take one down, passed around, or patched around. 127 little bugs in the code. I know that's the song because it fixed one bug, it creates 20 different other bugs. But it still baffles me how basic functions, like opening third-party apps, that's what happened to Everything Apple Pro. Philip from Everything Apple Pro, you should probably check him out. Pretty cool channel, but that's what happened to him. And that just does not make any sense to me, how you could brick software that badly, just by adding a few new features. But, of course, the final version of iOS 12 should be pretty stable, and that was the main thing that we thought it would do. Also, it added screen time, because I think some people in California were complaining that Apple, quote-unquote, did not give them enough control over how much they were using their phones, because everyone is getting addicted to their phones. It's like, facepalm. But they added this new screen time feature so you can monitor, what apps you're using. You can set different limits. Let's say you don't want to use social media for more than an hour. You can say, cut me off after an hour, and basically it just takes you out of the app and says, you've been using it for too long, you addicted bleepa. That's what it does. And just is some pretty cool statistics. I think the coolest feature in iOS 12 overall, like 100% amazing, is group notifications, where you can if you have 5 different messages from Messages, you can just click on that and see all of them, but it doesn't clutter up your entire feed. Like, see all these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 messages from Pandora on this iPad. They could all just be grouped together, and that's what iOS 12 is going to do. So hopefully that makes it a lot easier to manage your notifications, just like you do on Android. All these features that us iOS guys, Android has had for many, many years, which is pretty sad. It's sad that us Apple sheep will have to say, we gotta install this stuff, which is 20 years behind. I don't know. But the thing is, iOS, the apps work well. It's just a very polished environment because Apple controls the hardware itself. And it's just a really good experience with iOS, and I can't explain it. But, I think the Google phones, if you want a, completely good phone experience, either a Samsung phone, a Google phone, or an iPhone. I think those are the 3 phones where it is right now. And of course you have your OnePluses and all those different variants, but I think those are the 3 best phones that you can get talking user experience wise. But it's just, iOS is still behind, and I don't know what they need to do to get ahead, but they just need to keep on adding features. But then again, it's kind of like they have this monopoly over us, because we're gonna buy it anyway. We're gonna get in line and we're gonna pay a fine for this $1,000 iPhone 10, and although the Samsung phone might be 20 times better at a lower price, we're still gonna buy the iPhone 10 because it's Apple and it's compatible with all these different products, and it has all these different apps that we know how to use, and that's what Apple's done. And since they were basically the first into the really full-on smartphone game, and they captivated a lot of customers that way that aren't going to leave, and they also have this really nice ecosystem in with their computers and their watches and everything, they've just really gotten a really good set of customers. And my phone just died. That's a bummer. My camera just took a poop. I don't like it when it does that. I really don't. I really don't. But speaking of Apple products, I got a new thing that will hopefully help me to back up my Apple product. All my iPhones, whenever I get done recording footage, all I have to do is use a cable, use a nice lightning cable and plug it into this thing, and it'll back it up. I'll explain it here in just a tad. Once I get the camera back online, let me just lift up the cradle. Come on. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! That's how I was yesterday. If you notice, what I was getting into was I got triggered because, let me talk about getting triggered before I talk about UI and stuff like that. Let me try to get EpoCam back on. I don't know if Drama for Mama fell in or... Why did I have to say that? That's what I was thinking. That's not what I should have said, though. I'm a horrible human being. I don't know what happened to her, though. I don't know if she didn't like the stream. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's hope that isn't on the power button. You've got to be kidding me! This iPhone 16 is horrible for streaming. Horrible! I don't want your ads, EpoCam. I've already given you money! Now that's pure rage right there. That is honest rage. This is really ticking me off. Let me switch to desktop here. So you have some sort of view. Sorry guys, let me actually just switch to please stand by because that's basically what we have to do right now. Let me get the camera working. It really doesn't want to work. That is quite sad. There you go, it's kind of doing what it should be doing. Let's see. Now that you have this stupid pop socket on it, hate these things. You're putting your iPhone in. Okay, not the view that I wanted. I prefer the other kind of view that I had. This is way off kilter. Sorry about that, guys. That's the best we have to work with for now. And we just have to do what we gotta do. Hopefully, if I start charging this other one right here, let me plug it into a cable right back here. Or not right back there. Jesus! Right here. Here's my charger if I just plug that in. For now, hopefully it'll be back and ready for the end of the show. But let me get into the topic that I was just talking about with getting triggered. So, yesterday, after I went and decorated, I came back into the studio hoping to record some videos. And the first thing that I had to do before I could record videos was, hey, you're back.
Oh,
Did he fall in?
I thought you were going to send a search party there for a second. No, I didn't fall in, but I kind of felt like I was about ready to.
Uh-oh.
But everything... I think, because we're...
Did you break the toilet?
I didn't break the toilet
Good.
at all, but I think everything...
That'd be a bill and a half.
I think everything has worked its way through.
Okay.
Here's hoping that everything is working.
Are you feeling okay? How about that?
Yes, a little worse for wear, but that's something that I can certainly recover from.
Well, I got triggered, if you could hear me.
I heard. What were you triggered about?
Well, this phone died, and I had to get your phone up there, and your phone doesn't do it as good as my phone does, so... Yeah, that's why the quality sucks.
Do it.
Record. Do video stuff.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're such an English teacher.
Do it.
Do it!
Do it.
But what I was just telling them was when I got so mad yesterday, so I went into the studio and I tried to set up the microphone that you see here.
Yes.
With this articulating arm. But the arm always likes to fall down. And it's so infuriating, and I tried to get it to work, and it did, and I just got more infuriated, and then I got infuriated by everything else. And I was trying to record a review of this iExpand base, and the iPad wasn't connected to the internet, because I'm going to talk about it later.
Okay.
But my iPhone wasn't connected to the internet because I accidentally unplugged the modem when I was setting up to record the video, but it wasn't connected. And when I tried to go to the App Store, I was like, it isn't connecting to the internet, so I was like, and I got so mad.
You were having a tough day yesterday.
I don't know why I got so triggered, though. I was angry. Like, in a wretched mood.
You were in a wretched mood.
Like, seriously.
You were in a seriously wretched mood, yes.
But then I got happier, and we had a nice end to the day, because on my dad, for a Father's Day gift, he was like, you know what, the store should have a Father's Day ad or a Father's Day sale. So we went to Home Depot, and lo and behold, there's a deal for a grill. And we had 3 tanks of propane.
Unused, because our grill went kaput.
We had 3 tanks of propane. So we decided to go and pick up a $100 grill. And we had some nice grilled chicken. It was a pretty long and lengthy and kind of mundane setup. Took about an hour to do. Well, we got it set up. Certainly assembly required.
I mean,
there were tons.
Yeah, there were tons of parts, and a lot of times a grill will come. You know, you pull the top grill part out, and you
put it on the bottom.
To the bottom, and then you wheel it out, and everything is dandy.
But that was not the case with this grill. But I guess that's what happens when you spend $100 on a grill.
Well,
am I right?
Well, yeah, and it's a nice looking grill, so maybe they saved some money
in packaging. It's because of shipping. That's the main thing. They have to consolidate all this stuff into kind of a small box. They don't have to pay an arm and a leg.
Right.
But other than that, let me chug some
coffee. And they don't have to pay somebody for putting in what we had to put together. So that's where we got our savings. So we got a nice grill, a really nice grill. Not a $500 grill, but a really nice grill for a good price.
I guess other than being triggered, my parents, Drama for Mama, surprised me with this thing yesterday.
Da, 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 da.
At first I saw it, and I saw this picture with the phone on it, and I was like, oh no. They paid $30 for a wireless charger. And I was like, I don't have a phone with wireless charging, and my dad was probably like, oh, that's really cool, but he doesn't know that I didn't have the phone without that. And I was really worried, but then I was like, oh, I see what it does. It backs up. Walmart, $29, charge. And that's what I saw, and I was like, oh, now I know what it does. So basically what it has in there is a 32 gigabyte USB. I always say USB, it's an SD card. It has a 32 gigabyte one in there. And it has this corresponding app which you install on your iPhone, which pushes all the pictures, all the videos, and all your contacts onto the card, and it just really quickly does it. It's just like a computer.
Every time you plug it in, right?
And all you have to do is plug it in, and you don't have to open up the app or anything. Once you install it, which it's a really easy app to install, you don't have to make an account. All you have to do is click a button to give permission. Once you do that, then it's all good to go. And you just have to plug it in, it backs up, it tells you it's backed up, and then you unplug it.
And when you're a videographer or a teacher who likes to take pictures of the lesson plans and of her calendar...
Wait, that doesn't take up a lot of space, though. No, it's just because they have a small phone.
I'm also a theater teacher that likes to record or...
when you do all of that, it really...
When you do all of that, it sucks a lot of space, so...
It just takes up a lot of space, so just to be able to plug it in, get it off very easily.
And you can buy another... Because these are just SanDiscs, right? So you can buy another
you can stick it on 128 gig probably.
Yeah,
it's just
and as many cards as you want, right?
And then what you have to do once you take all of it off, there's a setting in the app where you can go and remove all the pictures and videos from the device. If you choose to do that, then it'll clear up all of it. And on iOS, you have to go in and delete the recently deleted, which is kind of nice, just in case you had something in there you didn't want to remove.
I know that
but
my phone was just clinging to some pictures that we could not seem
and
to
I
get
think
even
this
onto the
finally
cloud.
got it off. I think it's kind of like a miracle cleaner. But then you just take the SD card drive and you plug it into the computer. I think it needs to be a newer version of a reader, because I plugged it into this. Oh, this is not the reader. That's a camera. That might be a video because it's kind of funny. But I plugged it into this reader, which is pretty old. It's a Dazzle one. Probably USB 2 or USB 1 right here.
Probably a good 20 years old, yeah.
And it said, media not available, and I was like, well, this thing sucks. I bet I have to take this back to the store or something. But then I plugged it into my laptop, and it worked perfectly fine, and I was like, well, this thing is amazing.
Yeah, so this SanDisk, it's an SanDisk Expand
It's
base.
an iExpand base.
iExpand.
Don't let this picture deceive you. The base does not do anything itself. It just gives you a nice place to...
Rubberized.
Rubberized. Very nice place to put your phone so it doesn't fall off anything. But the magic is in the cable itself. And if you don't have that cable plugged in, or if you don't provide one, they do not provide an Apple Lightning cable. If you don't have that, then it doesn't do much for you. But it's just really convenient, really fast. I'm surprised at the speed. You know, this thing... I believe it's 80 gig a second, so it isn't like the best SD card you can get. You probably won't want to use that on like a 4K 60 camera that's trying to push all this data onto the card at once. You probably won't want to use that, but it gets the job done very well.
If you've got a system set up like that, you're not gonna say in Walmart, "Oh, I've got a 50% off deal here."
Well,
you're not going for the 50% off.
I think this is kind of a new device though, because this is at least an iPhone 6 Plus. That's at least 2014. It's very nicely designed packaging. And it's normally a $50 device. So I bet a lot of the people, because Apple doesn't... There are not many companies that offer a solution just like this one to back up your data. And backing up it does. It doesn't... You don't have to take the data off. You can just plug it in, back it up, take it out, and you'll be dandy. And I think that's...
And everything is saved. Everything is saved twice. So it's really, I'm really, really pleased with this SanDisk product. SanDisk is a really well-known, very reputable company to begin with for, flash drives and jump drives and readers and
a lot of storage.
Storage.
It's a storage company.
It's a storage company. So this would be the next best step for them. And it's innovative, and I love it. I love the product.
And I think there's another thing which isn't as robust as this one. They also have a flash drive that you can plug into your phone and you can move data to that or something. But I think this is the solution for us, because another thing is you can plug in an infinite number of devices, I bet, to this thing until it fills up, and it'll just create a different folder on the main folder tree that says, like, My Gamer's iPhone, Drama for Mama's iPhone, and it's a solution for the whole family, and I think if you had...
you're going to charge your phone anyway, so you might as well back up your device while you're charging, and that's precisely what it does.
And I tried to shoot a review for this yesterday, like I said, but the Wi-Fi wasn't working, and I was just so mad that it did not come out the way I wanted it to.
But you'll be reviewing it soon,
I'm going to shoot a review for it tonight, probably right after this stream, because I'm still kind of buzzed up on some coffee, which I do have a half couple of.
Well, we're going to be grilling tonight.
I have a half cuff.
We're going to half cuff.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't have
we're
many.
We're be grilling tonight.
I have
and it's 7:00, so you may not get it out tonight. But I'm going to tell you, I think you probably should consider putting one up, because this is, of all of the products that we have, you're going to buy something because it's, and I'm going to tell you, I was in the store and Minecrafter's dad and I said, well, should we look it up? And I'll tell you, I thought it was a wireless charging, and I said I don't think it's worth $29. And then I said, is it discounted $29 because they couldn't sell it for $50, or is it discounted $29 because it's not worth
it's not worth the price, but it is.
But it's definitely worth the price. It's definitely worth $30. Would you have spent $50 on it?
Probably not. I think that for $50, I could spend it on something better. I could just, stick the cable into my computer. But for $30, it's just super convenient.
Yeah. Good.
And it's
Excellent.
also, I thought that when I first saw it, I thought, well, this is probably made out of plastic. But it isn't. It is fully, I can actually open it up. I've been regretting opening it up because I still want to make the review on it. But if I just quickly unbox it here, nice unboxing presentation. It's made out of metal. All this thing is just pure metal. And it has, like From Mama said, very nice rubber.
Grippies.
It has a place where you can wrap in your cable.
Your cable
It's
set
just so
very,
high quality.
Very conveniently.
And the app itself, I thought it would be like China's
It's
best.
Heavy. It's heavy.
But it is honestly China's best app. It is outstanding. I have not had any problems. It looks nice. It flows with an iOS style app. The art is kind of SanDisk fonty. But other than that, it just flows perfectly well. And it's just
Where the cord comes out right there.
it's just an excellent product.
The cord
I'm-
wraps itself in right here.
I guess the only complaint that I have is it is micro
Couple of
USB,
readers on the back.
not USB-C. That'd be kind
So
of
it's
nice.
easy to break, but hey.
Maybe if you also had a cable where you could take this into the computer itself, so you didn't always have to take out the flash drive. I mean, I call it a flash drive again.
Yeah.
But you don't
Reader
always
card.
have to take out the SD card and, convert it onto your computer. But very nice product, SanDisk. I tweeted them on Twitter and they liked my tweets. That kind of flattered me. I always feel. But it's like, the funny thing is that I have a lot of Twitter conversations with someone that is verified. He has almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He has over 60,000 times the amount of followers I have on. Maybe not 60,000 because
We got
like-
robots. Because we got robots.
he has 4 followers and he has about 66,000 followers on Twitch. But I talked to him a lot of times on Twitter, like a lot. I tweeted him something today which was pretty funny because he's building this ball cooler for his balls out of some desktop computer fans. And I said, you better not put too many of those together because if you do, then your balls are going to freeze and nobody wants frozen balls. And I said, #ladies. And he was like, yeah, because he replied to me, which is very cool. I really like that Barnacules replies to his fans. He said, yeah, I've been thinking just, strap 8 of those together. But then I'm like, that wouldn't be too good of an idea.
Very nice.
I've also, like I mentioned this before, there's one streamer where you're all in his Discord server, and he was like, you know what, guys, you're pretty good this stream. And he allowed us all to have, like, our 30 seconds of fame, so I actually had a speaking part on his stream once.
I remember.
And I talked in the southern accent because I was kind of nervous,
You
You're
did.
talking...
He said, you're southern?
Mhm.
Are you southern?
Mm-hmm. Actually, the thing I thought, well, what would I want to tell him? Because he always reads my name on the morning coffee stream, and he's like, Minecraft X. So I was like, let me explain the origin of my name to him, because I don't want him to think that I'm a Minecrafter.
Player.
And I still kind of like, should I change my name? I really like the brand associated with it, but when people see that, they think he's a Minecrafter. He plays Minecraft.
Minecraft all the time, but it's not.
I'm not.
It's
This is, and if you saw the art, you would not think that this. I always try to point at the art. This is me pointing at the art on my monitor. But if you see this art, you'd think this is not Minecrafter. This is not designed by someone that plays Minecraft. But
the tech part of it is.
And speaking of playing Minecraft, today I was talking to my friend and he was like, we should totally play Minecraft. And I was like, we totally should. And although we didn't play Minecraft, I did install it. So I do have my...
Are you ready to go to the server?
I'm kind of thinking about it. Playing some Hunger
I don't
Games
know, is
or
that
Hypixel.
still, you can get a scholarship for Minecraft.
What?
Yeah, there's
Seriously?
like Minecraft scholarships out there. Because it's math, I think.
I think about maybe like a video game scholarship, but not a Minecraft scholarship.
No, it's specifically for Minecraft. It's specifically
That is
for,
crazy.
I don't know, you'd have to look it up. Because you are going to be limited on the number of scholarships that you can get.
We're not going to talk too much into that topic. That's something that you listen to on Morning Coffee with Barnacles. He talks about a lot of stuff on that show. But just basically, seems like the racism kind of shifted in a way. I'm just gonna say that.
Well,
if you look at the scholarships you can
like
get,
it's
just...
Like you know, you're not, we're not a wealthy family, and thank goodness you're really smart, because you're not very athletic.
I'm not smart.
So.
I'm
not very
smart,
athletic, and you're not talented as far as music is concerned, or
hey,
art.
I'm a really talented singer. You wanna sing? You wanna hear the latest song that I have? I like to sing.
You're a good
I'm a
actor,
really good
but I don't
singer.
know if you want to get scholarships in acting because
you're
not interested in pursuing a career in acting.
I like the acting skill because it teaches me about life. It teaches me about talking to people and stuff like that, and it also is a good skill to know when you're doing this YouTube stuff, because in the YouTube game it is cool to be able to put on different personas, stuff like that, and it also teaches you about English and characterization. And that's what I take away from theater class. I don't go in there and I'm like, well, I want to be the next Barry Manilow and I want to do all this acting stuff. That's not why I joined theater.
It's a good thing because Barry Manilow isn't an actor.
I know
he's a
he
singer.
isn't.
Okay.
I know he isn't. He's like the only person. He's the only
Barry.
celebrity that I talk about on this show. Because if you don't know, I always used to drink the Barry Manilow coffee drinks.
Oh.
And they were good. And then I had his tea
Bob
also.
Marley.
But, nah, I know. Barry Manilow is the singer.
Barry
Bob
Manilow
Marley
is the singer that Mom likes.
I know. I was saying Barry Manilow, and I thought that just doesn't seem right. That's what I was thinking.
You know you can't laugh.
Yep, she's still going. I muted you, Drama for Mama. I literally turned off the mic. You are a good singer. You are not a bad singer at all. Seriously. I'm gonna wave my finger at you. You are not a bad singer. I tell you that. I'm gonna say this to you now, and I'm gonna say it again.
No, let's not do that. Alrighty.
If you look up the quotes for Bill Clinton, though, that's his #1 quote.
Number one quote.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. With that Monica Lewinsky woman. I did not have sexual relations with her. I never had, and I never will again. Guys, we all know.
Okay.
We all know.
We all know what happened.
He even admitted it.
We all know that he lied to us. So.
Well, let's stop talking about Clinton. Let's talk about Trump. No, I'm just kidding. What time is it? What other topics do we have? So, we decorated. I got mad. How did I cherish this show? Not cherish it.
Brandish.
Why would I say cherish? Sometimes.
You have decorating and getting mad. That's it. Decorating and getting mad.
So I did talk about how I got commended, right? I was talking to my friend this afternoon. And I was like, well, how did you do on the test? And he said, I did muy mal. And that's Spanish for very bad. And I was like, no, tell me, what did you get? And he was like, mal. And I was like, what did you get? Bad. And he finally told me, he said, there's my grade, your grade, and my girlfriend's grade. And I said, well, what did, her name's Julia, what did Julia get? And he said, I think he got the same grade as you. And I was like, well, were you below that? Or he said, maybe. And I was like, okay, what did he get? And he said, there's only one STAR test type that I've not gotten commended on, and that'd be English. I said, okay then. He said, I did not get commended on the English 7, Writing 7, and the English 2.
Oh, but he got commended on English 1.
Which I failed almost. Like,
no, you did
I
not
was this far away
fail.
from passing. Okay, I didn't fail, but I did not do well on that test.
You missed 3 points.
I missed 4. I missed 3 on the multiple choice this year, but I missed 4 for English 1 on the multiple choice.
4 on the multiple choice.
But I got a 6 out of 16 on the writing. That's the problem. And I don't know why. It was
the
stupid.
Thing. And I told one of the English teacher that you did not have that you wish you would have had because she would have taught you how to write. The one that your friend that you're talking about had and he hated because she taught him how to write and all they ever did was write and
right.
And they wrote and they wrote and they wrote and they wrote. And she taught you formatically how to write.
Mm-hmm.
And she even said, because when I said Minecrafter finally got commended on, and it's because of the writing that he never got commended before. And she said, you know, that surprises me. And I said it surprised everybody because all of his English teachers that he's ever had, and I'm not saying anything bad about either of the two of them, have used him as the model. So this is how you're supposed to write for the STAR exam. And this is going to get you a brilliant score. As if they don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to get you a brilliant score.
And
she said, no matter how much we say you're not supposed to write formatically, that there isn't a formula that you're supposed to use when you're writing this.
There is.
There is.
Mm-hmm.
And his English teacher this year said, this is what you're doing wrong. You are writing as if you are writing for an ACT or for an SAT. You are not supposed to philosophize at all. You are not supposed to say, so let's talk about this. You're supposed to say, here's one example from my life. Here's one example from the movies.
And not from my life. That was another thing she said. Don't use examples from your life. Those are the only examples that I used before she said that.
She said, here's an example from a movie. Here's an example from a book. Here's an example that happened to a friend. No, because that would be from your life.
Yep.
But ultimately, then she said, this is how you write it, and you have to water down what you say, and you have to be careful about wanting to go into, because you're a fabulous writer otherwise. So I was just very proud of you.
I guess, other than that, what else? I am thinking about buying a new thing. And I don't know how much you would approve of it or not, but I kind of want to go and automate my home a bit, at least this room. I want to buy some controlled switches, Wi-Fi switches, maybe like a Wi-Fi outlet for the wall. And I want to make it so that I can control everything with my phone and with my voice. And I also want to pick up for $40, which is a really nice price. I know it has been better for Black Friday and places like that, Cyber Monday. But I want to pick up a Google Home Mini, and I want to just be able to have a good time, and I'll be like, turn out the lights, turn out the lights, bum, 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 bum. Also, turn on the lights, it's time for bed, play some music. I just want to do things like that, because I think it'd be awesome. I know if you also have different, like, multiple different, Google Home Minis, you can also broadcast the house. So let's say I was the dad, which I probably will be. And I had my kids' room, my wife's room, like that.
And
my second wife's room.
My second wife's room. Gotcha, my mistress. Yeah, there you go.
And I had all those rooms, and I had Google Home Minis in all of them. I could say, you know, broadcast. It's time to go to the store, everybody. And then everyone would hear that. That's another thing that you can do with that. It's just a really cool product. And I want it. And it's also a speaker. And I could hook it up and, you know, plug it into my mixer board, and it would all mix together, and I could listen to my tunes like that.
Even that
So I want to
cruddy
buy
mixer board that we have?
It's not cruddy. The only problem with it is recording, because I have to go... I have to go through an analog signal. It's all analog until they get to the computer, but if I had a USB mixer board, then it would process into digital and go into the computer through a digital signal.
Is there an add-on that you can add on to it?
Maybe, but I know it would require different processing, because now, the way that I have to record my audio, which is not the best way, like you were just saying, is I have an output that is my main output, so any audio that's being routed through the mixer board gets routed into the computer through just an analog aux cable, and then it goes into another analog port on the computer, which is my microphone, and it just it's still the full quality of the microphone itself. You know, I'm not losing any quality from my rodent or anything, and this is a really weird position. But it is creating static through the cable and stuff like that, and static is not the best when you're doing voiceovers because you can't really remove that background noise. It's still there. It's still just that computerized white noise, which is really kind of annoying. And speaking of static, we applied to a voiceover place called Voice Bunny, and guess what?
Mr. Bunny said no.
Yep. And I got really upset over that.
You did.
And I overreacted, but
and
you overreacted.
I didn't support you at all, did I?
No, you made me sad.
I
Seriously,
did.
because I was upset because they rejected us. The reason why it really upset me was like, let me pull up the email. But basically they rejected us. We were sad and everything. But that's the reason why I decided to move this room, because I went to noise treat it. Because there's still a lot of background noise, and I think that's one thing that we need to try to remove at least. Hold on. Hey, Chihuahuas, where is the... Hold on. Can I turn up the audio at all? Jeez. Oh, it's because I...
Muted me?
Can I turn up the audio at all? I'm good. Never mind. Never mind. I was worried that when I muted you, I forgot to unmute you. But I'm fine. But go on about whatever you want to go on.
Going on. So you came downstairs and you were in a huff and you were insistent on selling everything and quitting life. So instead of supporting you and saying, "Oh, honey, rejection is rejection, and you're gonna get more rejection than you're gonna get blah blah blah," I just said, "Okay, fine, we'll put it up for sale. Just take everything down. Just throw it all away." Okay, I'll call your bluff, which I did, and then I led you to this idea that I don't want to give up, and I'm like, "Okay, well then if you don't want to give up, then you don't want to give up. So then let's not give up."
Mm-hmm.
And I made you mad. I made you,
You
mad
did.
enough to say, "Okay, I won't give up. Give me my crappy stuff back, and I'm gonna go
No,
upstairs."
I did not. I don't snap at you. I don't.
You didn't. You didn't snap at me at all. But I made you mad enough to say, "All right, fine."
You know
You're
when I'm
right,
mad
Mom.
because I'm just mad. But this is what made me mad. It wasn't. It was that we got rejected, but it wasn't all of that. It's what they wrote, and they were trying to make me, know that it was justified, but I'm pretty sure it was just an automatic response. Because it said, "The quality of your submission does not meet our standards at the time," which is okay. "As a Voice Bunny Pro, you must record using professional equipment in an acoustically treated space with no reverb and or background noise." I was like, okay. "Your performance needs to sound engaging and conversational." I was like, what?
Aw.
Your performance sounded engaging and professional.
Perhaps it did not.
Pretty sure it did. "We also respect that your recording is properly edited and processed, normalized to -3 decibels and ready to use." I did that.
Yes.
I exactly did that.
You did.
I processed it. I did all your stupid specifications, which only
You did.
Voice Bunny Pro wants. I
You
did
did.
all that. "We also expect..." Okay. And then, okay, that's all it said. But that kind of ticked me off, because I was like, I spent a lot of time getting that to sound good, getting it to be processed, and they said, "Oh no, you didn't even bother doing that." That's how it
You're
came
probably
off
right.
as me.
It's an automated.
Mhm.
They didn't. It's not something that they're sending specifically about us. It's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you didn't meet our standards, so here's the form letter," and that's what you got, a form letter.
Yeah.
Well, we can rant about it, but you know what? When you first showed me that they wanted all of this stuff, and I knew that we were upstairs in the bedroom trying to do what we try to do, and a lot of people love our stuff. You know, a lot
We've
of people.
gotten 5-star reviews before.
We have. A lot of people like our stuff.
We complained about whiny, but it was only 0.3 stars away from 5-star, and she still said that it does that it was an amazing voiceover. She still said that. Let's see. Request received. Thank you. We have received a request for reconsideration. Our team will review it, and if we feel You might be ready to work with us now. We will send you a new test project. This process takes some time, so we appreciate your patience. Okay. So I know that when I was angry, I accidentally pressed a button that I didn't want to press, and it was reconsider us.
Oh, well.
But I'm kind of hoping for an email that says, you know what?
I don't think
Although
you're
you're not the best, you're still up there. Or maybe at least it'll get a personalized, you know what, insert name here. It was good, but it wasn't where we want it to be. Because the thing is, you did get it to -3 decibels, but the noise floor was only -57 and it needed to be -60. And although there was minimal noise, we could still hear that there was some sort of echo, so that really tells me that your room is not noise treated, which it needs to be.
And it's not.
And it wasn't. And I didn't think it had to be, but...
This is our studio right here, so there we go.
And of course, this studio is new, and it always happens when you move into a new studio, but... Echo!
We don't have
Echo!
We don't have any of our corners treated. We don't have any of our
And we
walls
need to do
treated.
that.
We don't have a microphone box. We don't have a USB board.
And that's the thing, and especially now that we have this bigger space, the audio bounces off many different things. And speaking of better space, I wanted to mention I have a closet now, which has been my closet that I've been using for many, many years of my life. But now I can throw junk into it, which I already have, as you can see.
Oh, we need to get rid of this junk right here.
Yeah, because if you see this filing cabinet right here, which I'm also excited about, because I can have files in here instead of keeping them somewhere else.
Oh, yo, lordy, no you cannot, because it's full of our junk.
Well, yeah, I'll have to take that out. I did kind of organize, and I was watching Morning Coffee, and he was talking about religion, which I don't like it when he talks about, but I did organize that, and I also have a record of all our sales that I'm going to show Drama from Mama. Record of business.
Well, there we go.
But we actually, it had a side to it right here, where you could put different things, but with that, you could not have this thing kind of touch it, which I did not like. So I changed that, and now I like it. Also, it just really creates this desk illusion where this is part of my desk, you have this part of the desk, and then you have this, so it's just really this ongoing desk, which I really like. But what we want to do is...
It's really cool. I like it back in there.
Well, what we want to do is stain it so that this is a similar stain to this right here, because it's just so... Ugh. But here's our record of business, Drama from Mama. Look at that. We can't really show them it. But look at all that.
Ooh, look at that.
And if you look here, I did actually, this morning, I decided to withdraw my funds. We had $24 collected in the system. And I clicked on the withdraw button, and we got $23.52. I was correct. That's the number that I thought it was. We got $53.52 from our works.
Of, money that we can use anywhere?
Yep.
Is it PayPal money?
It's PayPal money now.
Alright.
Because before we hadn't actually technically made anything, but now we have money. And we're rich people. We are no longer poor people, as if we were ever poor people. Here's the camera that I was talking about. This is pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. It just has one button to shoot and one button to change the settings. And I was trying to get it to work, and Device Manager did detect it, but I could not find drivers that worked with it, and it got really infuriating, and it really ticked me off, and then I just threw it. I'm not that angry of person, I'm just angry on some days, you know. I was just really angry yesterday, and that was the only time when I was ticked off.
I hear ya.
I wasn't infuriated, I was just trying to get it to work, and I installed this software, but it couldn't detect it, and then I did this and that, and it's just a really weird configuration. It's called Digital Camera, and it has the weird eye logo. And I found it in a box somewhere, and I think my dad got it with Windows ME back in the day, I'm pretty sure. And I hate this thing. Did I hurt your hand?
No, I kept trying to grab it, but you wouldn't let me.
Ooh.
Oh, you're stuck now like a duck in the muck.
I'm stuck like a duck in the muck. Well, guys, can you think of anything else?
The only thing that's on my mind is brats and potato
Brats.
salad.
On our new grill.
And our new
Those are gonna be great and wood and everything. I'm excited. How about you?
I have a headache tonight, guys,
Oh.
and I have a headache tonight because I have terrible allergies to dust, and I dusted today. But what I did today that I always get a headache from, and I don't normally get a headache from just dusting like in the house, but
You did
I
a
dusted
deep
the
clean.
porch. Yeah, I
Ah,
dusted
you
the
need to
porch.
stop dusting the porch.
And we collect so much dust because we live right next to a farmland. Well, we don't.
We
li-
hate
we
that
live in
farmland.
the middle of the city, but there's this plot of land that this man, whoever, I don't know, some owner. I don't know if he's a man.
It could be a
Could
woman,
be a
or
woman.
maybe like a man woman or a
Could be,
woman
I
man.
don't know. I'm not gonna assume their gender just because they're landowners in the place that we live in. But the field is it gets plowed, but it doesn't get planted. And well, occasionally it does. Occasionally we see sorghum or corn.
It's just
and I think there was corn
pathetic.
there, but it's dusty, and the wind happens to blow from the south a lot, and it just makes our enclosed porch really, really dusty. So it has to be swept, and you have to sweep the screens. But when you do that, it goes right into my nose. So now I can feel all stuffy, and so I'm sorry if I wasn't as engaging as I normally am.
It's okay. I know I also tried to. I got really energetic today because I really wanted to put out a big, energetic figure. And speaking of that, I thought of some other things to talk about.
Oh,
So
yeah?
the reason why she was cleaning was because we had our HVAC guy. We actually got an air conditioner installed last year about
At this time.
this time.
And it's been 1 year.
WWDC, which I talked about when
Yeah.
you were gone. WWDC was actually the day that he came to visit with us,
Yeah.
and he was not a equality guy. He was kind of.
Oh, is this the guy that we went with? That's the company that we went with?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was not very...
He's kind of a racist.
Yeah, he was kind of a racist.
But other
Well,
than that,
he was a racist because he assumed that because of...
let's not talk about it
Yeah.
because we're not a
He
political
wasn't
stream.
necessarily a racist. He was an
He was just
assumist.
kind of a.
He
He was
assumed,
just a jerk.
He assumed things that he should not.
Yeah,
have
he was just a jerk. But I was off watching WWDC, which is pretty cool. But the reason why we were cleaning was because they had a checkup to make sure our conditioning system was working well. Was it?
Well,
Did
yeah,
he
I
say it
think
was
it
good?
is. I know that he said that it's super hot in our attic, and I think that
Duh.
that's because of our. Well, yeah, duh. Based on where we live, but he's in a lot of attics. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if ours is what
Super
he calls
hot.
super hot, then my question is,
Is that
should
the
we
unit?
be thinking about getting a new roof?
Oh yeah, we need a new roof. Did you see the eggs or something that he left for us just hanging there, or did they fall down?
Ooh,
Because there was like a
Eggs?
spider eggs. It was creepy.
spider eggs.
I don't know. I don't know about
Ooh.
that.
Do we have our broom up here still?
We'll
Yes,
have to
bathroom.
take them down. But anyways,
We're gonna take it down.
that's why she was cleaning. One thing also I am planning, like I've mentioned many times before, to build a new computer.
You are.
Which
And now that you got a new summer job,
that's the only reason that prompted me to build a new computer. But that's really my dream to do this summer. But I decided that Micro Center has some very, very good bundle deals. If you buy like a processor and a motherboard together, they'll take off like $60, which is crazy. And you cannot find those deals on Newegg because I checked, and for like $360 I could buy the components on Newegg, but for like less than $300 I could buy them in Micro Center. So I thought that was some pretty good deals.
do you have to walk into Micro Center? Or
yes,
can you
and
buy it
that's-
online? Oh.
That's another reason why I want to do it, because I don't like to order it on Newegg and then 5 days later I get to build it. I like to say, here's my Ryzen CPU, put it in the cart, go home, and build it. That's what I want to do. So one thing that we're kind of planning, which is kind of turbulent because we have some issues with our car and stuff like that, but we want to drive to Houston, Texas, which is the nearest Micro Center, and we want to buy some stuff there. And we're also thinking about maybe checking out an IKEA store, which is also in Houston, to maybe replace this plastic desk with a wooden desk, and that wooden desk over there with a better wooden desk. I don't know though. You might
A
not.
matching set for $200, something like that.
We're thinking about maybe doing that, and I think those are the only 2 places that I wanted to go. We might also just kind of plan a day trip around it and have some fun.
Trip.
Uh-huh.
It might be you and Dad. I might have to stay with the
We
dogs.
might even stay in a hotel, who knows.
Woo!
That'd be
boys
fun.
night out.
But that's just my idea, so me planning a trip is different than you or Dad planning a trip.
Right.
Because I can say, we're gonna go to Mars! But are we actually going to go to Mars? I don't think so, because no one's been to Mars.
You were just a little baby.
Mm-hmm. But did we actually go to Mars?
No. Only in our imagination.
If we went to Mars, I tell you, we'd be on the news. Let's be honest.
Yep, we can read
Mother
Martian.
and her child
you
go
read
to
Martian?
Mars.
We can read Martian. Hey,
Martian.
We'll start reading Martian
Where did
on
you see
air.
that?
We'll read 1 chapter of Martian every cast.
Where did
Got
you-
it?
You remind me of my friend that I was talking about who didn't get commended on the end of course exam. Because I remember I said, we were talking about semester exams. I don't know if I told you this or not. But he said, did you take a semester exam in theater? You know, the 6-question exam. And I was like, how do you know about that? And no. And he was like, did you take the 16-question exam? I was like, what? The 16-question exam? And I was like, how do you know about this? Because I wrote for her an extra credit. First of all, I'm in a Theater 1 class. For her, I wrote a Theater 2 extra credit exam, which they could take if they wanted extra credit. I wrote that. I put it on Master Connect and everything. Somehow, he found out about that. And no Theater 1 kid knew that it was 16 questions. No one. No one at all. So somehow, he's talking to a bunch of these juniors and seniors. I don't know how. And he found out the exact logistics about this exam that was in theater. I thought that was baffling. Absolutely baffling. He knows some stuff, which I remember the first time I revealed my beautiful face on Twitch, which is actually a stream when we bought the Rode NT1A on eBay. Remember that stream? It was a pretty fun thing, but I remember when I did that, I texted him and I was like, I did something. And he was like, what, did you reveal your face on Twitch? And I was like, what the heck? Does he follow me on Twitter and Twitch and YouTube? But secretly, are you in the chat right now?
Let's find out.
Are you? Oh, I just.
Brum.
Oh man, that
nuts.
I might have cracked my phone. I'm just kidding. I probably scratched it though. That's a pretty bad fall. Let me text him right now for the record to see if he's lurking in the chat. Maybe he's. Are you Electric Skateboard? Maybe he's Electric Skateboard. Let's see if Electric Skateboard
is
did.
even still here.
Let's see. I don't
Hey,
know.
Electric Skateboard, if you're still here, why don't you say, hey? Why don't you give us a shout?
Guess who's in here?
Out. Who?
Electric Skateboard.
Hey, Electric Skateboard, it's good to see your name. I sure wish you'd type to me.
Uh-huh.
I would love it if you would type to me.
Shout Games. Let's
Shout gamers!
see. Shout.
Shout
Games.
gamers! No. Shout what? What's his name? Gamers!
No, it's
Shout
game.
gamers!
Oh, it is
Oh.
gamers. I can't
Oh.
read.
Hey, Shout Gamers, I haven't seen your name here yet. Ever. Are you enjoying the stream? Now
He's
you
just-
understand why it's
no,
called
no.
Random.
He's just lurking, mommy.
Oh, he's a lurker. Da 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 da. Show Gamer is a lurker. Show Gamer is a lurker. Oh, he's a lurker or a looker?
If I want him to host me, stream to my
What?
community.
Little-
Follow my Twitch. Follow the stream I'm currently hosting. I tried to host as many people as possible. So if you want to get a host from him, then you can basically become a sellout, and it's amazing.
Hey.
It's such an amazing thing. I'm not gonna sell out to that guy.
Sorry, but you know you don't
Sorry.
even play games, so I don't know for.
Probably wouldn't work. Let me
Sorry.
ask this friend
Well,
though.
it's nice though to see a new name. That's kind of cool.
Are you in my Twitch stream?
Are you Electric Skateboard?
I asked him. We'll end it once we get a response. But guys, thank you for watching the stream. We had no tips in the tip jar. We had no bits in the bit cup. We had no comments at all. We had no active chatters and no hosts.
No hosts.
We had no new followers, no new subscribers. We do not have any Twitch Prime followers. We do not have any level 1, level 2, or level 3 subscribers. And, yeah. So thank you all for watching.
Thank every one of you.
The active chatters were Noel, and Noel, with no messages, and no messages. We have been live for exactly 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 5 seconds. And we dropped 59 frames this show.
Huh. Is that a good thing?
Barnacle no, it isn't. Barnacle's always says, like, the active chatters and stuff like that. The most popular message in the chat was nothing.
Aww.
And it's a pretty great stream, you know. Because Barnacle's always goes
well,
and shouts out all of this stuff.
You know what? I enjoyed myself.
I do. That's
I
why we
enjoy
stream.
myself every Friday.
We don't stream to get
come
money.
Up here and the two of us get to sit down and chat about just
Stuff.
random stuff, and
Stuff.
I get to listen to you talk about technology that I don't understand, but I know that you have a passion for, and I think that that's really cool. I hope that somebody out there says, you know what, I really enjoy watching this randTECH. It's a pretty cool stream. That would be kind of neat.
It'd be neat if Barnacle's watched
But
it.
you know what? If nobody ever says that, guess where I'm going to be next Friday?
Here.
And the Friday after that?
Here.
And for
The
10
Friday,
years from
yep,
now,
10 years.
yeah, in 10 years, I'm probably going to be right here, regardless of whether, well, maybe not in 10 years, because in 10 years you're going to have a family of your own. But you know, what I'm saying is, you know, 1,000 times yes for you. 1,000 times yes, you know.
You're going to be an old woman in 10 years.
I'm an old woman now. But,
No, you're not.
yeah. But,
Not until you're 55. Once you're 55, you're old.
okay. Your aunt's not gonna like you very much. But you know what? It's not for the
That's
lurkers.
an ugly laugh.
It's not for the lurkers. It's not for the guy that wants you to sell out. It's not for the occasional people that pop in and say, boring. It's just
They
it's
don't
just
say
for us.
boring. They used to enjoy it. Like that guy, I think it was last stream that gave us like all of the courage, the cowardly dog. That was a cool guy.
Okay, well yeah, that was a cool thing too.
But
Maybe he was just kind of messing with us. I don't know, but you know, I enjoy the show every night. Or every time that we broadcast, I enjoy the show. We generally have people here watching us, or listening at least. I don't know if they're watching. Maybe they're just listening. I don't know. I think that Twitch is a gaming channel. Maybe you can start over the summer gaming a little. It's not your thing, but maybe you can start gaming a little. Maybe not Fortnite, since that's something that's probably not up your alley, but maybe that computer simulator. Something that, you know, because Twitch is known for its gamers, and
I don't like gaming streams though. I honestly don't like them. This guy's playing Fortnite though, I think. I don't know. But that's Overwatch, I think. But I just don't like them. I don't.
well, then we'll never do that.
No.
But Twitch is, then we'll, what I'm saying
I like it
is
when I
Twitch
play
is-
games.
Twitch is just for that.
Yeah.
That's what Twitch is for. And a lot of people will tune in to watch their favorite gamers play their favorite games. And
I think it's personality, honestly, for gaming. And since I don't know these people, I don't really watch them. But when Barnacles does a gaming stream, I'll watch that stuff any day of the week because I know
he's not
Barnacles.
good,
And
but he knows it. He's like, hey, let's just go have some fun and get blown up and killed a bunch. So, you know.
I'd go out on a limb and say that I'm worse than Barnacles.
I would go out on a limb and say that you've played it a total of 4 hours or less.
Because I play a game and I'm like, oh, this is fun, and then I die and I'm like, this sucks, I'm so mad, I'm so triggered. And then I stop playing it. And to be honest, if I'm not enjoying it, there's no reason for me to play it. And I know when I was a little kid, I used to play games and I used to get super mad, and you always said, stop playing it then, what's the point of playing a game if you don't like it? And now I'm like, well, why would I play a game if I'm not having fun?
Not having fun. But, you know, failure is part of success. And, you know, sometimes I
Sometimes
guess
you gotta
just
fail
have to-
before you can succeed.
And there are a lot of kids out there that are gonna say, I want to be the best Fortnite player I can possibly be, so I'm gonna have to just pick myself up and just start all over again. And you know, everybody gets killed. Everybody gets killed, and everybody gets lucky. And they don't get killed right away, and everybody gets good. Well, not everybody gets good, but those who say this is important to me get good. But nothing worth doing. Everything worth doing is worth doing well. If you find it worth doing, then it's worth doing.
That's
well.
That's why I have this background, nice camera, the nice
and that's
audio
why you
equipment.
Don't game, because you don't find it worth doing.
But I think I'm a okay streamer. That's why I drink coffee before I stream, so I'm a bit more energized than the average. Hey, welcome to my stream. So you know, I did stuff this week.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you're here. I will see you back here again next Friday.
Next Friday, everybody,
and we'll
you'll
talk
probably
about some random stuff.
I'll probably also do work streams during the week because I like those and they're amazing.
Yes,
next Friday.
And next Friday, you're gonna tune in and find out how his first week of New Scholar Academy
Hopefully I get a check for that. Adios.
Adios.
Away it goes.